Oh boy, welcome to Sad Boy Hours featuring me, you boy, the host, Rackham. We are in our feels tonight, I gotta say. Um, I made myself sad. I hurt my own feelings. Oh, that was a chunk of ice. Is this a recurring fucking thing on the show now? Me just choking on ice while I drink? I overthought too much. That hurt my own feelings. Fuck, I'm like, let's not call it spiraling. We're just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna warn you up front. This is probably gonna be all April, all the time. But these are coming to a close, I think, because I want to get back out there. Even though I don't think I'm like fully ready to start dating again yet, I don't know. I just want to get back out there and kind of not use some poor woman as a distraction to get over April, but just I can't just sit around and mope and hope for something that's probably not going to happen. Let's be honest. And like we won't know until we know, but that yeah, I remember in yesterday's episode when I lied again and said last night was the night. Well, boy howdy, do I have a yarn for y'all. So I had, because I'm a wiener, and I wouldn't be able to stop like, this is really the sign of fucking mental illness, I think. Like, good grief. So I had the text to her scheduled because I didn't want to send it and then be not able to sleep because I'm constantly checking to see if she's replied. So I scheduled it to send after I knew I'd be asleep. And then just like weird coincidence, I woke up like 10 minutes before the text was supposed to send and had a real moment of clarity and unscheduled it. So it's probably good that I did. What I had typed out was kind of trash. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. We're going to probably go with the same fucking strategy tonight. And like at this point, honestly, it's just for the rejection. I don't ask me why I need it, but I need her to come back and tell me to fuck off, tell me to get lost, like tell me something, because like the way it ended, it wasn't like super open ended, but there was enough that I kind of still have hope that there might be a chance. So I need that to be taken away from me. And don't ask me why I'm like this. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I've only been in therapy for 2 months, so cut me some slack. But yeah, that's what I need. And thankfully, she is direct enough that she'll give me exactly what I want. So, you know, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of like, why am I putting so much brain power into this? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, she just so obviously doesn't care and didn't care when we were together. But I have to learn the hard way. I have to find out the hard way. I can't just accept that and move on. Like, I need any possibility to be just totally destroyed. So that's what we're going to do. And aren't I just a silly goose, eh? Like, oh, fuck, sorry. Knocking the mic around, trying to get the monitoring right. Which you think I do before I started recording, but no, why the fuck would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. Maybe we'll get a fun Thanksgiving podcast out of it. Jeez. Yeah, what's that saying? If you're gonna be stupid, you better be tough. Well, thankfully I'm both. Depends on the day. Jelly would be very upset to hear me call myself stupid. She'd be mad at me. So we're just, if you're gonna do like dumb shit, you better be tough enough to handle the consequences of doing dumb shit. So I don't know. Once more into the fray, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain, and what's the fucking treasure at the end of the rainbow? It's me with hurt feelings, but with the ability to finally move on because there is no hope left. So there you go. I thrive in hopelessness. That's where I belong. And like, we're laughing, we're yarning, we're having a little bit of fun, but like, it is sad boy hours. It's gonna suck. I know it is, but I can't leave well enough alone. Like, there's something fucking wrong with me, obviously. I just have to poke the bear. I can't just let it lay. I must be a fucking nightmare to date, honestly. Yeah, it was. I'm just kind of ready for this week to be over. Like, a lot of pinballing back and forth about this and kind of hurting my feelings and being hopeful and not being hopeful and back and forth between those two. And I just kind of want a resolution. I want an ending to it. So we are gonna roll the dice one last time, and fuck me. And I gotta say, whoever wrote the TikTok algorithm really, really fucking knew what they were doing. Like, props to you, man, because kind of what I'm associating with, and this says a lot about my mental state, is like that scene from fucking Obi-Wan in the last episode where the mask is off and he says, "I am what remains," and that's really been stuck in my head since January and I broke up. Like, because it's kind of true. Like, who I am now is what remains after the damage that initially I thought it was only January. But at this point, you might as well throw fucking April in there too for all the fucking harm she caused. Like, fuck, man. I sure can't fucking pick them, eh? I have terrible taste in women, or I just choose to wear rose-colored glasses and just ignore all red flags that are hitting me in the fucking face. But it's an interesting thought because it's like when you hit the lowest where I was after January and I broke up, and then like you think it can't get worse, and somehow like April managed to hurt me. It almost feels like more than January ever did. And like, it really kind of sticks with me that when April and I first started talking, we were talking about communication because I bring it up early. And she said how important it was to her because there's no worse feeling than feeling alone in a relationship. And fucking smash cut to 5 weeks later, and that's all she was making me feel. Like, I have never felt so alone being in a relationship. And like, January and I had our lows, and there were many because it was 9 years, but nobody has ever brought me fucking lower than April did. She knew just how to hurt me because I was so vulnerable with her. And I don't think I'm not saying she maliciously did it, but she knew all the most painful ways to hurt me and took advantage of that knowledge by accident, inadvertently, on purpose. We'll never know. But and you may be asking yourself as you listen to this, and I'm sure I ask myself this every day, Rackham, why are you so hell for leather to go back to that? And I don't have an answer any more than you fucking do, honestly. I really couldn't tell you why this stick is sticking with me and why I can't let it go. Because I had this phase when January and I broke up, but it was kind of like I want to get back together because I don't want to give up the safety and the security and the comfort of being in that comfortable relationship. Like, nobody wants to lose that, but it went away when the further removed I was from it. And like now I don't really, and this is fucking crazy to me, but like I don't really think about January that often anymore. There's the odd thing, like I'll see something that makes me think of her that I'm like, oh, I would have sent this to her when we were together. I saw a TikTok today about how they erect a crane, and she was always curious about that, and I was like, I should send this to her. And then I thought, no, why? Like, why? But it's just kind of, it's wild to me. Like we were together for almost 9.5 years, and like May, June, July, August, September, 5 months later, I don't think about her. I don't miss her. I don't want to go back to that relationship. I don't have any desire to really kind of have contact with her. Like how fast I kind of, and maybe I'm not over it, and then I'm pretending. But like to me, like I don't think about her. But April, who I was really only with for a month, because the second month was just her just destroying me, basically. So, and now we're about a month removed from the breakup. And I'm like, okay, so we had a month of good, a month of where it was awful, and I have never felt worse. And then a month of like post breakup where I'm like, well, this sucks, man. I really hope it will get better. And I'm like, why can't I let this go? Why is this still stuck with me and like just jammed up in my fucking head? And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, and you know what? Maybe her like ruining my life one more time was just what I need, but I just cannot let it go. And fuck me if it's not annoying, because I really don't want to be hung up on this. I want to move on. And okay, like let's be honest with ourselves here, gaggle of geese, listeners, audience. Right now, I want to move on. Tomorrow morning, I might not. Who knows? I flip-flop on this so much because sorry if this sounds fucking awful. Excuse me. I just alternate back and forth between remembering the good, remembering the bad, remembering the good, remembering the bad, and I just can't, fuck off, let it go. So we're going to force the hand and see what happens. So tomorrow's episode will be fun. Fuck, man. And I don't even know what I'm going to do for the homework now for Jilly. Like, what am I going to write about her? I guess all this. Because this is kind of just stream of consciousness right now. And like, I really wasn't going to do one tonight. And then I watched the Ahsoka finale and just was swiping on the dating apps. And then she's in the back of my head. She's just constantly there. She lives there rent fucking free. And maybe it's that there's all kinds of reasons. Like I think she lied when she told me that she loved me. And I think she lied when she told me we wanted the same things. And I think she lied about what she wanted. And I think she blamed me for things not working out and refused to take any accountability for her part in the relationship not working. Like, There's so many negatives. And I understand like where the Frenchman's coming from yesterday, where he was like, why would you want to run fucking headfirst through a brick wall back into this pit of despair and doom, buddy? Like, what is wrong with you? Why do you want to hurt yourself so bad? And I genuinely didn't have a fucking answer for him beyond like, I miss her. So, and I'm just kind of talking myself in circles here, but I just needed to turn the mic on and just kind of start recording and talk this out. And I'm living foolishly. Like, I have a date tomorrow with somebody who's not April. And she's very nice, this girl. And she's a great texter and texts just like me, like fucking 2, 3, 4 times in a row. Like, she seems very kind and fun, and she's old. She's not older. She's still younger than me because apparently I just can't date. So I was saying to the Riz Lord today, I was like, bro, do you know why I kind of go for like girls in their mid 20s? It's because all the girls who are my age have either been single for too long, and this is a massive, probably sexist generalization, but all the girls who are my age, like 33 to 36, 7, 8, kind of in that range that I would consider like I'm 35, but I'll swing three years one way or the other. All the girls in that kind of range have either been single for too long and have a dog and a hiking addiction, or their expectations are insane, or they have kids, or they kind of just hate dudes because dating sucks in your 30s, I gotta say. So maybe it's fun in your 40s, fuck knows. And I don't really want to deal with that. I don't want to fucking deal with your hiking addiction and driving out to fucking the mountains every weekend, yeeting my fucking hooning up a mountain with you and your fucking husky. Like, god damn it. I want a little homebody like me. I want somebody who likes, I don't know. I don't know what I want. Jilly made me do this early on. Like, what is it? What's your ideal partner kind of look like? And like the bar is so low for me, honestly. It's basically a crack in the fucking sidewalk at this point. Like, you just got to step over it. I need someone who's a good communicator and understands my weirdness and is able to integrate that into their life. Well, yeah, integrate my weirdness into their life well, and I would do the same for them. But like, I need somebody who's good at texting, and like that's really fucking it, man. And like, that's optional. I think you're hot. Like, fuck, the bar is so low. Be good at communication. Be good at texting, and like, that's fucking it. And maybe be good looking. Like, holy fuck, man. How did we fall so far? And then I say that though, and I'm so picky when I'm swiping on these apps. Like, I don't know. But it's what I was talking about. Like, in their 30s, hikes every other fucking day, has too many emojis, and text like your grandma, like, X amount of countries and counting, looking for my travel partner. Like, holy fuck, man. I am not looking to lead that active of a lifestyle. Like, and maybe that'll change as therapy progresses. But like, right now, I'm a little bit of a homebody. I just kind of want to come home, throw some sweats on, and read a book, do the podcast, play Xbox, fucking watch a TV show. And I really should start doing hot girl laps again. Because I started them just as a way to get out of the house and kill time. And so I wasn't thinking about fucking April. And then I like destroyed my feed doing 10K right out of the gate. So it shows what I know. But, big stretch. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta deal with this because it's starting to bleed over into other parts of my life. Like, I fucking snapped at the young buck today and was just a grumpy piece of shit all day, inadvertently, because of this in the background. So I guess it's how many fucking times can I learn this lesson? Like, be careful who you fall in love with. Be careful who you trust. Be careful who you're vulnerable with. And like, some of that is probably the wrong lesson to take away from this, honestly. It's kind of very much like, don't ever trust anybody. But it's more like, guard your heart. Guard your heart before shit like this happens. And like, really evaluate how much you trust this person. And you know what? Fuck's sake. Maybe Jilly was onto something here the other day when she was telling me, like, everyone who's ever told you they loved you, you feel they've betrayed you. And you come to expect it. And I wonder if I make it a self-fulfilling prophecy. Why am I like this? Who hurt me? Who hurt me? Well, fucking how much time you got? It started when I was born. I didn't ask for this. How fucking dare my parents? Yeah, I don't know. I'm tired of making fucking podcasts about this, though. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of thinking about her. Like, I'm tired of wondering what if. Trying to wonder where her head's at and what she's thinking about and how she feels. Like, I'm just tired of it all. And that's kind of just how she made me feel at the end. Is just fucking tired. Because I didn't deserve to be treated like that. I went off the deep end a little bit with her at the end there, but it was because of how literally overnight her whole attitude and outlook and everything towards me changed. And then she, like, and I didn't fucking deserve that. And some of these I leave little notes for her, just in case I ever decide to be petty and release this and she can see this thought journey. But like, April, I didn't fucking deserve that. And I don't feel that I did anything egregious enough to warrant the complete 180 in behavior towards me. And I definitely don't feel that I deserved it for 4 fucking weeks. And I don't know who was the bigger coward there. Was it me for letting you do that to me for as long as I did? Or was it you for stringing me along for as long as you did and treating me like that? So we were just a match made in fucking heaven, clearly. And if, you know what, if you really cared about me like you told me you did, you would tell me what I did. And you would tell me. You would have fucking told me. You wouldn't have done. Okay, this is going to turn into the voice note I won't release. So that got a little serious. Ooh, sorry. Sorry. Here, happy-go-lucky drunk Rackham is back. And honestly, the intrusive thought lately is release the podcast. Tell her about it. Fuck her. That'll show her how fucking psychotic you are because you made 5 fucking episodes about her. Oh, buddy, you gotta let it go. Fuck me. And you know, I do these. And I record them. And like, I've told you guys the routine. Like, we'll sit down, we'll start to record the podcast. I like to leave enough time so that I can listen to like most of it before I go to bed, and then listen to the whole thing again in the morning before I post it. And then we take a screenshot of the episode description, post it on Snapchat with a little video that says like, hey, good morning, new episode's live, you're a little behind the scenes, blah, blah, blah. Available everywhere you listen to podcasts, as long as where you listen to podcasts is Apple Podcasts or Spotify. But Where the fuck was I going with that? Good Lord. How many fucking times? Yeah, and like that's... Okay. What were we talking about? The routine. So yeah, I do that. That's the routine, right? For the when I'm recording is like I sit down and record it 40 minutes to an hour, and then that usually leaves me with enough time to listen to the whole episode one time before I go to bed, and then one time when I get up in the morning. Oh my gosh. Oh, your boy is fucking brain dead today. Holy cracker jack. Oh, that was going somewhere. Not anymore. Woo, boy. Let's all wave to that thought as it leaves the station without me on board. Yeah, okay. Well, never mind. That it'll come back to me, I'm sure. Or it won't. Fuck, who cares? But oh, that's gonna annoy the fuck out of me now that I can't. That got away from me like it did. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Oh, yeah. So she knows I do them shits every night because I post on Snapchat like doing the podcast, blah blah blah, this that and the other, and then in the morning, like you see the episode's been posted and blah blah blah. So like, that's what it was. So that's the routine, right? And then, so in the mornings, I'll give it the second listen, right? And then usually before it's done playing, like I'm uploading it, writing on the episode description, like blah, blah, blah. And then at some point throughout the day, because I listen to it like 2 or 3 times the day after I release them, at some point throughout the day, I will think to myself, you sent this to the fucking pastor of your church, dummy, and your landlord. And you sound like a fucking psycho right now. Like, and that's, you know what, that realization is just kicking in a little earlier this episode. It's kicking in while I'm recording it, where I'm going, holy fuck, like, what are they going to think of me? And it's kind of intriguing. You know what, it'll be a good test of how good I am at faking being okay. Because if this comes as a shock to a lot of these people, then Jilly would be very disappointed in me for saying this, but I'm doing something right, because I really have a feeling that anybody who thinks they have anybody that knows me, if I sent them the podcast, and just in general the podcast, and said, have a hoon it all down, listen, tell me what you think, I feel like the majority of the answers I got from people would be like, I had no idea. And like, not that I'm going through some great struggle here and my whole life is just so fucking difficult, but like, I don't really know that anybody knows any of this. Dan might, because like we've done counseling sessions and shit together. So, and I'm very open with them, because I'm like, hey man, I asked for your time to be counseled. So I am not going to sit here and pretend like I'm so perfect, but so he might actually have it extrapolated and interpreted a lot of this just from what I don't say. So props to you, Dan, if you did, and if you listen this far, because I sent it to him, but he's a busy guy, so who knows when he'll get around to it. But yeah, the intrusive thought is that I'm starting to care less and less what anyone who knows me will think of this, beyond what a fucking dork I sound like in the first 2 or 3 episodes. Like, hey, it's your host, Rackham. Welcome back to the show. But yeah, that intrusive thought is very close to winning, where I'm just going to yard the link up on Snapchat and say, fill your boots. And that's probably a terrible idea, honestly. I should probably block April before I do that, because it's that joke saying, like, there's 2 wolves inside of you. Well, there's 2 wolves inside of me, and one of them wants April back, and one of them wants... Okay, in this scenario, there's 3 wolves inside of me. One of the wolves wants April back. One of the wolves wants to hurt April, and like, just the way she hurt me, settle the fuck down. And the last wolf wants April to see how great I'm doing without her, but like, clearly I'm not, because look how much fucking time I'm wasting thinking about her. So If all three of those wolves could eat each other, that'd be great. That's a terrible metaphor, but that's what we're known for here. And just an overuse of the word you've come to dumber every day when you hear me fucking like I'm some kind of fucking hillbilly, freshly lobotomized. But see, there you go, just for you guys, extra ums and extra yawns, limited time offer. And like, very clearly I'm not okay. But am I not okay this week because I've been doing my head in, obsessing and making up scenarios in my head and thinking about all the different ways this could go, when literally it would take me 2 seconds to type the text out and fire it off right now. And then there you go. It's out in the world. It's in her hands now. And there's only 3 outcomes. She doesn't respond. She responds positively. She responds negatively. And 2 of those are kind of what I'm looking for here. Because, like, and it's fucking pathetic, honestly. Because I heard myself say on the podcast the other day, me not knowing how you feel about me should be fucking answer enough. And don't ask me why I'm damaged this way, but it's not enough for me. I need that explicit hurt. And then, like, fuck help me if she's open to getting back together, but she's like, I want to hear the podcast. And I'm like, fuck. Okay. There's only one episode. It's the one about May. But, on the plus side, we're getting a lot goofier on here. And I don't know if that's last night. Boy, howdy. Your boy was a little more than tipsy. I didn't really realize until the intermission when I stood up and realized that I'd been making triples all night accidentally. And then I had one more. So, yeah, your boy was a little hungover this morning. We tried to go a little bit of a lighter touch tonight. But I wonder, like, I'll do one of these, like, stone sober one day and see if I'm still as kind of goofy and giggly as I am when I'm drinking. Like, I'm not even done. Okay. And some of the shit I say, I listen back to it and I'm like, this sounds like an alcoholic defending himself at an intermission. Like yesterday's where I was like, yeah, man, I drink every day. I was listening back to it today like, ooh, well, that's not any better than what the young buck is talking. Like, holy fuck, man. Why did that... And this is why maybe I should rein in the episode frequency and then plan them so I don't just say dumb shit like that. But that takes all the fun out of it, and it takes all the and the ahs and the and the haws. You know what? Here you go. Just good admin here. I would very much like to officially apologize for episode 10. Not introducing the special guest I had on, my fucking dryer. Because as soon as I turned it on last night to listen back to it, I was like, no. So, very sorry if that was very distracting. I planned accordingly tonight and was not doing laundry, but definitely didn't realize the mic was picking it up because I didn't have the monitoring turned up high enough, I guess, but shock horror. Featuring special guest my dryer with infrequent appearances by the ice machine in the fucking background. Yeah, the dryer was a paid actor, so but it's just fun shit like that. Like, I'm so clearly not a professional and no idea what I'm doing, and like very clearly no idea what I want this podcast to be, even after, well, this is the 11th episode, so. But, like, it's supposed to be a journal podcast, and I've kind of turned it into, like, working shit out podcast, and with a little bit of, like, yarns about work and my dating life and kind of how fucking much dating blows. And lately it's been the fucking April show because... So I guess technically it is kind of a journal podcast because it's just kind of what's on my mind when I sit down and record. And I really, like, tonight being the exception... And maybe Therapy Eve's episode, I generally just sit down and I'm like, what are we going to talk about tonight? Let's figure it out on the fly. But like tonight, I sat down and I was like, we're going to talk about April. We're going to work some shit out here because, yeah, I need to just yarn it out with myself and then we'll figure something out. We always do. That's one of the ones I got written on the whiteboard. Still I stand. And that was a quote I found actually when I was with her. And I had it in the note I had for her. And that was the only thing that I say from that note. But it was just, I like that. Like, in spite of everything, still I stand. Not that I've gone through some great fucking struggle here, but like, it's been a rough year. A little bit for your old boy Rackham. Yeah, your boy's kind of got his dick kicked in a little bit by life this year. There's something very humbling about back in with your parent at 34, I have to say. That really, really humbles you. Going back to my father as a 34-year-old man and saying, Dad, can I move back in? Because, shock horror, I fucked my life up. And the knowing look in my father's eyes that he doesn't even have to say it. He just looks at me and his eyes say, I know. But, we joke, but he, no hesitation, welcomed me back, and he let me live there for way longer than I said I would. So, shout out to my dad for being a real one, even if he forgets to tell me when he's going on vacation. Thanks, Dad. I don't know. I just kind of want to fucking bitch and whine about April, and it's just, I don't know. I don't want that to be the whole fucking episode. I'm just a miserable old cunt, I guess, some days. And there's some sickness tearing through my city right now. Apparently COVID's back. Like, the Backstreet Boys, like, what the fuck? I thought we were done with this, but because, like, everybody I know is either sick, getting sick, or was just over getting sick. And I'm wondering, like, because all this week, obviously, every time I sit down to do the podcast, like, I'm congested as fuck. So you guys get some just dirty ass snorts I don't even notice until I'm listening on the third listen or something. I'm like, whoa, oh, fuck. Sure let that one rip. When this episode's kind of a nothing burger, honestly, which is fine. It's my fucking podcast. I want to post a 40-minute nothing burger. Well, you don't have to listen. I'll put it in the episode description. This episode was a fucking mess. We didn't cover anything. I talked a lot of shit. And we went nowhere. So, welcome to the party. And would it be an episode of Dumber every day without a regularly scheduled intermission? So, for you, it'll be the next second. For me, I will see y'all in a few minutes. All right, and we're back. There it is. Welcome back to the show. Yeah, head's empty. That drink was very strong. I made a mistake. So yeah, we're going to send this text. We're probably going to get the answer we're looking for. And next episode, I'll have the status report, and that'll probably be the last we all ever have to think about April. So thanks y'all for sticking with me through this fun little thought journey and experiment I've gone through this week. I swear. It can only get worse. I mean, better from here. I swear. So, yeah, that's probably gonna kill. That's the episode. I'm tired. Mommy's very sleepy. So, thanks for sticking around. I don't know why you do. The usual call out. If you listen to the show on Spotify and you don't know me in real life, at the bottom of the episode page, there is a Q&A section. If you could fill out that box and tell me where you heard about the episode, because I'm very curious how the internet works and how algorithms work. And I just want to know where some of you are coming from, because I know there's more than me, my sister, my pastor, my landlord, and Kayla. So other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, night, afternoon, whatever fucking time it is for you. And, be good. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hooroo.